Assalamu alaikum dear students, hope you are fine. Our today's topic for discussion is letter writing. Dear students, a letter is a written message that can be handwritten or printed on paper. It is usually sent to the recipient via mail or post in an envelope, although this is not a requirement as such. Any such message that is transferred via post is a letter or written conversation between two parties. Writing a letter. Dear students, let's tackle how to write a letter in proper order from top to bottom. These steps will mostly be directed towards a formal letter. Number first, to start, place full address including full name, street address, city, state and pin code in the upper left hand corner. This was first step. Now the second step is skip a line and include the date. Then skip a line and then include a date. Number third, skip a line and place the recipient's full address. Skip a line and place the recipient's full address. Here we want to include the company name, the recipient's name and title and mailing address. Now the fourth step is skip one more line. Skip one more line to insert the greeting. This is called the salutation. In a formal letter, we can use a generic, that is to whom it may concern, or dear Mr. ABC. Formal letters tend to require a colon after the greeting, and informal letters take a comma. Formal letters tend to require a colon after the greeting, and informal letters take a comma. Now skip point 5, skip a line and begin the letter. In the body of your letter or our letter, separate our thoughts or your thoughts into paragraphs. We never want to draft one big block of the text. For each new stage of thoughts or ideas, begin a new paragraph, right? For new set of thoughts or ideas, begin a new paragraph. Now point 6, skip one of the final lines to include a complementary clause. The closing can be as simple as sincerely, yours truly, or gratefully. This should end with a comma. Remember, this should end with a comma. Skip 3 lines then, where we will insert handwritten signature. After yours truly or sincerely, gratefully, this should end with a comma. Then we have to skip 3 lines, where we will insert handwriting signature, right? And type full name. We may also include title on the next line. If we are including any attachments with the letter, skip one more line and type enclosures. If there are more than one attachments, indicate how many there are in the parenthesis, as in enclosure 4, right? Now types of letters. Letters can be either informal or formal. An informal letter doesn't need to abide by all the above standards. They don't require a formal address at the top and to whom it may concern in the greeting. Rather, we can get straight to a dear ABC greeting and can end with regards or best wishes. Informal or personal letters may come in the form of email, but the premise remains the same. Informal or personal letters. It is important to know how to write a letter of a personal nature. Personal letters are not as formal as business letters and can be handwritten or typed. It is optional to include the date in the upper left hand corner of letter. We can just jump straight to an informal situation, ending with a comma in lieu of a column. In the body, the first paragraph is usually an introduction, setting out the reason we are writing. The next paragraph goes into more detail. The closing paragraph summarizes that we have had to say. We may want to thank the recipient or ask questions. The closing commas comes after two skipped lines and can also be informal. Now formal letters follow a set pattern. One type of formal letters that will be an important part of most letters people's lives is the cover letter. Formal letters follow a set pattern. One type of formal letters that will be an important part of most people's lives is the cover letter. In a corner letter, in a cover letter, we need to use a standard business format, typically in business or professional reports. Our steer clear of contractions, we might want to hold formal letters to the same standard. A cover letter should consist of approximately three body paragraphs. The first paragraph explains why you are writing or why we are writing, what position you want or we want, and why we want or you want. The second outline why you are the best person or the job for the job and summarize your skills and experience, right? The closing paragraph mentions your resume and asks for an interview. You need to be strong and upbeat in this paragraph. So the reader will you will so the reader will want to interview you. Thank the person for the time and include contact information. This was about लेटर राइटिंग होप आपने अंडरस्टैंड की होगी थैंक यू आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया